Got this guy.
I suppose if Daryl bought Godzilla just now, that's possible. Hey, I paid new retail price. I paid $60 when it came out.
Let me save this.
You got a digital.
Yeah, I would have done. I've done the same ever since I bought it. I was like, don't fucking buy it. No, I got it. I bought it on DGS the day it came out, so like. Because I won't be able to sleep tonight.
There was a guy that worked at our GameStop, one of our GameStops here. He's like a huge Godzilla fan, and he was like borderline in tears.
Can't hear you, Corny.
Oh.
Yeah, he's talking, but barely.
Oh, sorry. I said there's a guy that worked at the GameStop here, who was like a huge Godzilla fan, who was borderline in tears because the game was just that bad. Oh. Can you hear me now?
I heard you, but... I heard you, but I had to turn my TV up so loud.
What about now? Can you hear me? Okay. Well, I was just saying there was a guy who's like a huge Godzilla fan here who was borderline in tears because the game was so bad he had to tell, and he hated having to tell people not to get it because they had been looking forward to it for so long and it had so much promise. It was like Episode 1 Star Wars all over again. Yeah. You should be like, I purposefully made this game atrocious because I don't want you to play it. It's like, I hate you. I don't know. It's
yeah,
like...
I paid $60 for it the day it came out on PSN. I was very, very sad. Very sad. I love the franchise, but no, don't do it. It's not worth it, man. Right? Yeah, there's that, man. I was really bummed. Yeah.
Yeah, it literally looks like a PS2
Your
game.
PS2 Godzilla games were way better.
Superman 64.
Honestly, I had all the games, the Godzilla games for the PS2, and they were a lot better than that one. Yeah.
Suspect eliminated.
Yep.
And even then, you're still questioning whether it's worth your PlayStation Plus membership to pick it up.
Oh, yeah. That was terrible. Yeah.
You apparently can't. You apparently can't do anything like to progress in the game until after you buy it. Like they were like, they're basically saying you have to pay for it in order to. Have y'all played that ride demo? And you know they just incorporated motorcycles in the Drive Club now.
Yep.
For free.
Let's move, officer.
No, I've rented it. I like it. I'd like to buy it. I don't have any fucking money.
I got him.
Well, I barely made it. I barely came up with enough to get this. I mean, it's still not. Yeah.
We're spoiled.
Yeah.
Sniper spotted.
No, it's still not as good as Hot Pursuit in my opinion, but the latest Need for Speed was alright. Right.
Got a guy, pinned down.
Linear exploration. It's a linear exploration.
I like linear games better than I like open world games. Most of the time.
It depends. If it's
Most
a
of the
really
time
good story, then yeah.
Most of the time, the open world games don't really have very good conveyance. You just kind of.
Yeah.
Somebody get these guys off me!
But even then, it wasn't really open world so much as it was a sandbox game. But
Suspect sighted. Got that one.
I'm tired of games being open world or whatever. I play more indie games than I do AAA titles now. Like, I can't tell you how much fun I've... Yeah.
We have a man
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, I have more fun playing, like I have games that still sit on my shelf because I'm sitting here playing Shovel Knight.
A lot of time, to me, indie game is synonymous with shitty games, so I don't even bother with so many of them anymore.
You should, because most of them are good.
God damn it, I need support!
But a lot of... Yeah, because a lot of indie titles are infinitely better than the ones that they have that they spend $6 million on. And you don't have to feel like you've been gypped for $60. Like, I can list at least 8 indie games that are way better than, say, Godzilla. Or just something like that. And you pay less than $10 for them.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, you know, or, you know, heck, even... Well,
Suspect in my sights. Shit, I'm taking heavy fire! Okay, I got one.
yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. And a lot of times with, especially with when you have somebody like, say, Sony behind you, and I'm going to call them out just because they tend to give their developers as much time as they need to polish that game. And most of the games, and so most of the time you'll get a game like, you don't get games as refined as Ratchet and Clank or something like that on other systems. But also nobody plays those types of games. So, you know, but that specific market share is on PlayStation, more or less. And that's why you get games like God of War or Uncharted, things like that. Because they trust their developers. Yep. 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 And they trust their developers. Well, I mean, even
I got you.
well, even so, like, you know, Naughty Dog is not in-house. Naughty Dog is not first party, and neither is Insomniac Games. But they are responsible for some of the best games on PlayStation.
Oh,
You know, Sucker Punch also.
Naughty Dog doesn't make games exclusively for Sony, though.
Yeah, I know that's. But you know,
okay, they always did. Like, Crash Bandicoot used to just be on PlayStation back when they made it.
But now
Naughty Dog title.
Yeah. And then, you know, Insomniac Games was typically developed only for PlayStation, but they, you know, they did what, Sunset Overdrive for Xbox One, which didn't sell. Oh yeah. 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 Yep. I'm like, and people are like, yeah. I love hearing it when people are like, oh, well, they got Tomb Raider. I'm like, yeah, we'll be getting it after Uncharted is out. Well, I know, but I'm like, even so, I'm like, well, wow. Eidos, and Crystal Dynamics. But I'm like, you know, I'm just sitting here like, okay, but we'll have it after we have, we got Uncharted in the meantime. I'm not. I mean, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah. Suspect eliminated.
Well, it's all about that money. They're running out of money. But see, I think, you know, with what's going on with the way the gaming market is going, especially with this generation of consoles, I think you're gonna start seeing a lot of shift coming back to Square Enix, going back to what they used to do. Because realistically, if you look at it, the Japanese market share for Xbox versus PlayStation is almost night and day, where they're selling like maybe 10 Xboxes a week and Sony's selling like 800 to 1,000 PlayStation consoles a week, things like that. I mean, numbers that ridiculous. So I think, yeah,